Alright, time for one last game from Weekly 93, and this is the weekly where there's a lot of Rhino, Tiger, Frostwolf, a lot of Husky, and this particular run came from the session where I was trying to Conpeto multiple tier 1 units up to tier 6. I think maybe this particular game I thought that I would be able to, that my tier 1 squad would be able to get pretty late. I've got the Bunyip, I've got the Fish and Bluebird for some scaling. I thought maybe this whole team could go quite far, and then I would try and transform the entire team using Conpeto. Maybe not to tier 6, but transforming the entire team would have been quite amusing, but that's not what's going to happen in this run. So we do find another Bunyip, and I think I probably end up combining them separately here so we have the potential for 2 level ups. If you're fishing for particular units, much better to keep them separate so you can get more than 1 level on the particular turn that you're interested in. But things are going to change now because we roll the Sloth on turn 4. And I also get a Bluebird. Now the choice here is to take the second Bluebird, which has slightly better stats, or greed and hope that the Sloth gets hit by the Bluebird buff. And greeding here is not going to pay off because the unit at the back on their team has 2 health, the unit at the back on our team has 1 attack. So if I'd taken the Bluebird, I would have tied there, but oh well. That's just what happens with the Sloth. So here I think I make a change of plans here. Instead of holding the Bunyip level ups and the Bluebird, I just take them now. We luckily get Sea Lion, which is probably the best thing I could have hoped for there. Maybe Turtle would have been okay as well. But I feel like Turtle has less value when Mandrake is in the pack. So I buy the Fried Shrimp onto the Sloth since it only has 1 health. So we maximise the value there. And then we'll get the Bunyip set up closer to level 3. And we'll take the Bluebird as well. I think maybe at this point I probably still thought that I could somehow involve using Conpeto in this particular run, but I think it's quickly going to become apparent that if I want to try and level 3 the Sloth, I'm going to have to spend all my gold, or a very large proportion of my gold, on looking for chocolates and for Husky as well, because we're probably not going to be able to just scale using Sea Lion. So I do find a Sea Lion duplicate here, and we finally get the Fish level up as well. So we'll definitely take the Fish level up and hope to hit the Husky. And at level 3 Bunyip, you can see the amount of stats that it gains. It's so crazy, and it is actually going to help us win here. So really, I guess it's the perfect unit for Conpeto because it carries you for a long time, and then you can just swap it. So yeah, we'll buy the pair. Maybe not the greatest use of gold, but there weren't very many useful perks. I could have bought, maybe Garlic was in there, but Garlic on 6 health on the Sloth at the moment just doesn't feel like it's worthwhile. And unfortunately, one of the downsides of it being a Rhino pack is that all my tier 1s are going to take double damage. And so we really need to move off them as soon as possible. So instead of waiting for Conpeto, I'm going to just swap the Fish for the Husky. And then, yeah, triple camel there. So we don't get it, but I do find a chocolate. And definitely here, I think it's better to prioritize leveling the Husky. We need the Husky to be strong enough or to be providing enough stats that I can afford just to roll for chocolate. And there are going to be, most opposing teams are probably going to have 1, if not 2 Huskies. Certainly that was the case in many of the previous runs that I played. So I take 2 more levels here, and probably I should actually just sell the Bluebird here for the Snake. In fact, maybe I should have just sold the... I should have sold the Bluebird and the Sea Lion there for the Tiger Snake combo, but as I've mentioned before, I'm not a big Tiger fan. So I passed it up. Probably just didn't see it because I tend to discount it so often. But we do win here. And maybe I kept the bluebird because I was still thinking about using Conpeto to get a higher level 3 unit. And I can't take tomato because of the husky unless I move the husky to the front. But yeah, we'll definitely go for the level 2 snake. And probably, yeah, feeding the bunyip makes more sense. Even though I do like to feed the sloth, it does make more sense to try and get more triggers out of the snake. So here's a team that has, yeah, they actually have quite low stats here. So we probably should be okay. And the coconut gets broken. Generally not great to put the coconut unit at the back in a pack with snake. But now I think I'm just going to roll for chocolate. And we do get one. So that's a start, but a long way to go. And good hit from the bluebird there on the bunyip. But definitely I should be thinking about getting rid of it. And here you can see the type of opposition that we're very likely to face. Luckily though, the snake actually takes out the bunyip there. But again, the rhino gets the double damage on the sloth and causes the chain reaction. We do get another chocolate, so level 2. But we're now down to lethal. And I actually don't think I've rolled any Conpeto yet, so I can't even swap the bluebird for anything else. Other than just selling it. But I think at this point I've invested a decent amount of buffs from the husky, so probably I'm going to have to transform it rather than sell it completely. But okay, here's the first Conpeto, but level tier 1 to tier 2 isn't such a great leap in power level. And yes, I do pass up the snake there. Actually, I maybe could have been buying mana. You know, even if you have mana that's only on 1, the fact that it snipes after feint can mean that you remove the coconut from the tree guy, or potentially remove a melon from a team that had level 2 or 3 turtle. So probably should have thought about buying that, but maybe I'm just hyper focused on finding the chocolate. So 8 trophies. We need to find 3 chocolates, which is why I'm going to pass up the Conpeto here and just keep rolling. Unfortunately though, the game just doesn't want me to have the level 3 sloth. It's just like that sometimes. And look at this. I get matched with a Northern Lion superfan who has the full board of Huskies. And yeah, there's going to be an awful lot of people lose to a 5 Husky team in this weekly. Or I guess there were, because the weekly is going to be over very shortly. So here's another one. This was recorded on my phone. Well, the game was played on the phone. I recorded it on the PC. But another sloth, this time in Golden Pack. And some really unfortunate breakpoints here, although I think it wouldn't have actually mattered anyway. It's kind of sad, really. Golden Pack, you just see so many teams now that are just 4 or 5 scaling units, which just did not used to be the case. But yeah, this team really has no chance because I bring in the Cobra here to synergize with the Doorhead Ants. They get sniped by Fig a lot of the time anyway. And actually, bringing in the Cobra maybe doesn't make the most sense. I probably should have tried to pivot to all summon team, because the Cobra, I would really have to get it to bare minimum level 2 for it to be any use. And yeah, okay, I buy banana onto the Doorhead Ant to try and get another trigger. But yeah, we're probably going to get sniped again. And yeah, there are lots and lots of Poison Dart Frog teams now. At least the Poison Dart Frog teams generally don't have 4 scalers. But when it's doing 12 damage per snipe, the team is just going to get destroyed. And yeah, because our Cobra is so weak, we have no chance of actually sniping the Dart Frog before it can do any more damage. So yeah, virtually every snipe from the Dart Frog is just killing something outright. And Sloth number 2 of the week goes down the drain. Now I actually recorded an outro here, but we're picking this up again and I'm adding an extra run because we have Sloth number 3 of the week. And this is in Customs. This was me playing Jersey Devil in Customs, and yeah, it kind of goes against my whole principle of not playing the broken units, but the main reason I was doing this was to prove to some people in the Discord that Jersey Devil is completely broken regardless of the infinite. You do not need the infinite to get Jersey Devil to a completely out of hand state. So this pack is just set up with all the quick ways to get level 3. So you can see we've got guinea pig there, we've got caterpillar, we've got stoat, and actually the griffin spawns a stoat here. So look at this sequence, this is crazy. Level 3 stoat cell, so that's 1, into level 3 platypus, which we can now sell for another, and then 2 more. So that was 2 gold for the griffin, translated into 4 level 3 cells for the Jersey Devil, and we also have 29 gold as a result of that. But we've also got level 2 stoat here and caterpillar set up as well. So I'm just going to keep investing everything. Now fair enough, if you look here, I'm on 0 trophies and I'm on turn 7. So if I don't find the Jersey Devil, I'm probably just going to lose. But this is just an extreme example. You don't need this level of selling in order to actually get a broken Jersey Devil. And so we take the crocodile and parrot just to survive, and luckily face a kind of a weak team. But they're also on 0 wins, so not surprising there. And then with the 2 caterpillars, we can now combine them together, so we get another level 3 cell. We get the Jersey Devil. So yeah, I'm going to immediately put potato on it, even though we have no summons. So I probably should just sell the caterpillar here and buy the parrot to have an extra croc snipe. And immediately it's going to get +7/+7. And yeah, clearly we haven't done any alpaca shenanigans or anything like that. Opposing team with Cyclops and Alpaca, I wonder what they're setting up for. And yeah, basically I just want to find, okay, there's a blobfish. So we can level the parrot, take the blobfish, pill it onto the stoat, which generally is a bit of a waste, but it's going to give us a double level 3 cell, depending on what comes out of the stoat. And actually it's a level 3 Jersey Devil. So we're just going to take the Hydra. And the other reason I actually did this run is I'm trying to get the website finalized for update. I'm sure there'll be a patch as soon as I update it, but I really wanted to check the Hydra, the spawn that comes out of the Hydra, to make sure it's actually called a Hydra head. So that's the reasoning here. But we fast forward a little bit, and clearly everything I buy is basically becoming almost 50-50. And we only face broken teams from this point onwards. So this is kind of funny actually. It's the Warg team. I actually watched Sag's video on this last night. I think he recorded that on day 1. But it's pretty funny. They have the full level 3 squad with Cyclops. But because they, for whatever reason, they don't have the Wolverine at the front, it's not doing anything there. I guess maybe are they waiting for a donut there or something? I'm not sure. But yeah, we roll down. I'm just committed to the lineup I already have here, and I'm just going to level 3 the Jersey Devil to make the summons 50-50. You can definitely see why people enjoy playing these kind of broken teams, because although it is clearly broken, you do have the complete freedom to buy whatever you want. And yeah, I'm sure the achievement hunters are going wild. But look at this Vampire Bat team. Completely destroys all our summons. They all go flying off the screen other than the Hydra. And we end up winning regardless. And yeah, I did check, and they are just called Hydra heads. So level 3 Jersey Devil, complete overkill. There's no reason to have 2 level 3 Jersey Devils. You should just have 1 and have more summons. And here's an actual optimized Warg team. And look at this. They completely wipe the entire team. I'm sure there's been plenty of other YouTube videos showing that in the last week or so. But I haven't really watched many of them. It's kind of sad to see a tier 1 just absolutely demolishing entire squads. But on 9 wins, turn 17 here, I roll the Sloth. Now, it doesn't really make any difference that it's too late to get it to level 3. I was never going to use the broken Jersey Devil to get the Sloth achievement. But just for fun, we're going to throw it in, and it's going to immediately become 49-49. So not quite 50-50. But we give it the Fig because there's nothing else. And again, we face a broken team. But I think this particular squad is just far too late. They are going to get a lot of mana and everything's going to be very high stats. But the sheer number of summons we've got, even with the suboptimal, slot wasted on another Jersey Devil, eventually once the mana buffs finish here, we are going to, I think, we should be fine here, yeah. The slugs are becoming 50-50, even the smallest slug. And there we go, 50-50 on the smallest slug. And the extra Hydra heads weren't even required. So 3 sloths in the space of a week. That must be my biggest haul of sloths ever in such a short period of time.